The Book of Revelation is a highly symbolic and apocalyptic text found in the New Testament of the Bible. It was written by the Apostle John and unveils a series of visions and messages that reveal God's plan for the future, including the ultimate victory of Christ and the final judgment of the world. Revelation chapter 16 verse 17 to 21 is a significant passage within this book that describes the pouring out of the seventh bowl of God's wrath and the catastrophic events that follow. To fully grasp the meaning and significance of Revelation 16:17 to 21, it is important to consider its context within the broader narrative of Revelation. The passage comes in a section of the book known as the Bowls of Wrath, or the seven last plagues. These plagues are part of the final judgments unleashed upon the earth before the return of Christ. Revelation 16:17 to 21 specifically focuses on the culmination of these judgments and the catastrophic nature of the events described. The seventh angel poured out his bowl into the air, and out of the temple came a loud voice from the throne, saying, "It is done." Then there came flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, and a severe earthquake. No earthquake like it has ever occurred since mankind has been on earth, so tremendous was the quake. The great city split into three parts, and the cities of the nations collapsed. God remembered Babylon the Great and gave her the cup filled with the wine of the fury of his wrath. Every island fled away, and the mountains could not be found. From the sky, huge hailstones, each weighing about 100 pounds, fell on people. And they cursed God on account of the plague of hail, because the plague was so terrible. In Revelation 16:17, the seventh angel pours out his bowl into the air, signaling the final and most severe judgment. This act marks the completion of God's wrath being poured out upon the earth. The pouring out of the seventh bowl signifies the climax of divine judgment and the impending end of the age. As the bowl is poured out, a loud voice from the throne declares, "It is done." This proclamation signifies the finality and completion of God's judgment. It indicates that the full measure of his wrath has been poured out, and the time of judgment has reached its culmination. Following the proclamation, a series of catastrophic events unfolds. Revelation 16:18 to 20 describes flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, and a severe earthquake of unparalleled magnitude. This earthquake is described as the most tremendous quake ever experienced in human history, causing the great city to split into three parts and the cities of the nations to collapse. These events depict the utter devastation and destruction that accompanies God's final judgments. In Revelation 16:19, God remembers Babylon the Great and gives her the cup filled with the wine of the fury of his wrath. Babylon the Great represents the epitome of human rebellion against God and embodies the world's corrupt systems and false religions. This judgment signifies the righteous retribution for the spiritual and moral corruption that Babylon represents. Revelation 16:20 further describes the disintegration of the natural order. Every island flees away, and the mountains cannot be found. This imagery emphasizes the complete upheaval and destruction of the earth's geography. It underscores the magnitude of God's judgment and the profound impact it has on the physical world. The passage concludes with the description of a plague of hailstones, weighing about 100 pounds each falling from the sky. This hailstorm inflicts severe damage and terror upon the people. Despite the magnitude of the disaster, instead of turning to God in repentance, they curse him on account of the plague of hail. Revelation 16:17 to 21 presents a sobering depiction of the final judgments and the catastrophic events that accompany the end of the age. It reminds us of the righteous nature of God's judgment and the consequences of human rebellion against Him. This passage prompts us to reflect on the significance of our choices, the need for repentance, and the urgency of embracing the salvation offered through Jesus Christ. Revelation chapter 16 verse 17 to 21 provides a vivid portrayal of the final judgments and the catastrophic events that will accompany the end of the age. It serves as a reminder of the ultimate sovereignty of God and the consequences of rejecting His authority. While it portrays a scene of unimaginable destruction, it also points to the urgency of repentance and the hope found in embracing the salvation offered through Jesus Christ. As we reflect on this passage, may it prompt us to seek a deeper relationship with God, align our lives with His will, and share the message of His grace with others.